Can't forget the thumbnail. Got time to put socks on. What's good, how's it going everyone? It's day 12 of the New Zealand lockdown and we're going to be going over how to ride the flat ground a bit better, so focusing on little tips and tricks here and there, and then a little edit at the end of just riding the flat ground, because that's all I have to ride, and a rail. So for riding the flat ground, the first thing you want to be focusing on is how to jump. If you can jump about half a metre on the flat ground, you're doing pretty well for yourself, because with that height you have enough to spin triple whips, bri flips, whip bars and just all your little basic combos like that. And the best way of practicing jumping is just jumping. If you just repetition, do it over and over, every time you go to ride flat ground, before you ride, do 20 jumps flat. When you're practicing your jumping, you really want to make sure that you have a good spring in your legs. So you're making sure you're bending down and then exploding up when you go to bunny hop. And if you can do that without thinking about it, then when you go to do your tricks, it's just going to make it a whole lot easier if you can get that extra bit of height to that. The second tip for today is going to be your variety of flat tricks. You want to be thinking of bar combos and stuff like that, like bar twists, bar rewinds, full whips. Full whips are actually a really good flat trick because there's 4 types of way you can do them. And if you can get all of those tricks, you're going to be having a whole lot more fun riding flat ground rather than doing just bar spins and tail whips. And one of the main tips for today is going to be consistency. So once you land a flat trick, you want to try to do that at least 3 times in a row, and that's kind of the rule that I go by. So if you land a trick and you do it 3 times in a row, it means you've got it pretty solid. It's just pretty much repeating it every day. So every day if you go to ride flat, you just start off nice and basic with your bar spins and just warm your way up. One of the other tips I can think of at the moment is style. So it's just kind of how you're riding, or if you just kind of do more of those more out of it tricks like X rides, nose manuals, and scooter fakies are also quite a cool trick to learn on the flat ground. That's enough talking in here for now, so I'm going to go chuck my shoes on, grab my scooter and we can get into the clips. Also comment down below if you think I should do some more videos like this. Those. Ain't got time to put socks on. And one thing that's also good, if you're struggling just to kind of jump on the flat ground, grab a bin or something like that and just practice jumping over the bin, because having something to jump over can help a lot more than just jumping straight up and down, because when you jump straight up and down on your scooter, it doesn't really feel like you're doing much. So if you're jumping over something, it makes it a bit more entertaining.
Strolling through the city, drop 150, make a couple tracks and then my album almost done. Man, I'm working every night because my future's so uncertain. Dropping album after album like the shit's too hot. Hold up, no simile necessary, my shit actually hot. Yeah, I'll see you in the cemetery when this tape drops. At the funeral, your parents like, Kyle was a great kid, but kind of a pussy, he couldn't take Josh's hits. Goddamn, working every night, man, this shit is never right. I've been trying to find the light, bring it back. Hop in the Addy and then we going downtown. I got people asking me why I delete my SoundCloud. Had to make room for the real shit. Learning how to make all of this money on a field trip. Spend all my time in the house with the real kids. Make the beat really bounce, let them feel distressed. I am so stressed, trying to live my life, put shit on my chest. Will it work out? I don't know. Find a way out, I'm wrong. Rollie on my wrist, gold all on my face. Diamond on my waist, diamond on my waist, yeah.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video and it had some helpful tips in there. If you have any more questions about trying to ride flat ground and what you can do better, leave a comment down below and I'll answer that in another video. So let's all hope to see you guys in a day or 2 for another video. I'm thinking of doing something to do on the rail, so I might teach you guys some things to do on the rail. And also one more thing for the flat ground, I find it a lot easier if you have like a point on where you're going to jump from. Like say this for example, you've got that light patch there and then it goes into dark. So what I like to do is I like to pretend that's the edge of something, that light patch there, and then jump into the dark bit. And doing that for me pitches where I'm going to be jumping from to try and make the trick that little bit easier for me. So once again, thank you guys all for watching and I'll catch you in the next video.